we just broke a big, fat story on our website. This is really crazy.
The royal wedding has been completely derailed.
It has. Meghan Markle was supposed to be walked down the aisle by her father, and we found out from her father, not only will he not do that, he's not going to attend the wedding at all. And here's why. There is a story that broke over the weekend that Thomas Markle sold his basically
staged photos
to make some money with a paparazzi agency.
Right. There are photos where he was looking at. He's reading a book here about.
By the way, we could spot this as a staged photo a mile away.
Yeah, that he's reading a book about Britain. There's another one where he was looking on a computer screen at photos of Meghan and Harry.
And so
another one where he was getting measured for a suit.
Yeah. So basically, you know, he sold this. It came out that this was all staged, and he was going to make money off of this. Meghan got really embarrassed. The royal family got upset, and he has apologized to them. But now
we're told that he actually called Meghan herself to apologize to her as well.
But I spoke with him, and Sean spoke with him, and he told us why he sold it in the first place. There was an actual story behind all of this.
Exactly. So Thomas told us that basically he's been bombarded for the last year since Meghan and Harry's romance went public. And there are photos that have been taken of him by paparazzi that show him looking disheveled, that show him looking like a lush, that show him buying beer when he says the beer that he's buying isn't even for him. He was buying it for some guards that work at this facility.
And he said he doesn't even drink beer.
Exactly. So, and he just feels that the portrayal of him in these photographs and in the media in general has just been completely unfair, and that he's turned down actually interview offers of $50,000 to $100,000. So this incident with setting up these photos was to show a different side of him.
Well, and Sean, we should say that he says the paparazzi agency told him, look, why don't we do this? It's not going to hurt anybody. We'll give you a little money. There are reports out that he got $100,000 for that. He told us nowhere near that amount.
Exactly.
But they were going to basically offer him money to stage a couple of photos. Nobody's going to get hurt, and it's going to be fine. And he felt it's just going to rehabilitate my image, which makes me look like a drunk, transient guy.
The way it has been for the last year.
That's
exactly.
right.
And so now he wanted to show himself in a different light.
And I get it, by the way. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, how is that picture necessarily hurting?
Right. It doesn't hurt the royal family at all.
Exactly. I think where it hurt, the perception that it hurts the royal family is the fact that, that he had worked with this photo agency, but really, he was saying, there are photos going to be taken of me anyway. There are paparazzi that are going to be hounding me no matter what I do. I may as well get involved in the process and make sure that the photos are not them catching me at the most raggedy moment.
So the royal family is... What exactly is their issue here? Is because he took money for this?
Well, so the royal family has no comment, by the way,
but the royal family is upset because remember, the overlay here is that Harry's mother died, and they followed the paparazzi for chasing her. So the idea that he is in consort with the paparazzi.
Prince Harry and Prince William both very much still believe that the paparazzi were to blame for their mother's death.
How you don't have your daddy at your wedding? Come on, man.
But
where it stands now.
No, but Van, this is not him saying, "Oh, I don't want to be there."
No, I get it.
He wants to be there.
I know she's got to fight to have her daddy at her wedding, man.
I think he's right.
She got to. Come on, we can't go. That's far from going.
We still have a few days to go, by the way. I mean, like as of now, Thomas says he's not going. We don't know that Meghan might reach out.
And here's how badly he wanted to go. He told me he had a heart attack 6 days ago,
which is crazy,
and checked himself out of the hospital so he could go to England.
Free Thomas Markle.
And now he said he feels so bad for everybody that he's just taken himself out of it. Free Thomas Markle.
Free Thomas Markle, man. Tommy Marks, baby. Come on, man. Get this man to the wedding, man.
Hi, it's Michelle from Chicago. I think once those negative images of him were coming out on the internet, he should have just stopped it there, not worked with an agency, just mum's the word it should have been, because now he's caught himself in this situation. Now he's embarrassed, and when you just not say anything, dude. Just don't do it.
Well, look.
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, and you're dealing with a guy who knows nothing about media and anything like that. I feel bad for him. I got to say, I feel bad for the guy. I do.
If he's not really ends up not being at the wedding, that is
It's
It
his
just feels like
daughter.
that. It feels like it's a little too much punishment for what happened.
Well, they didn't punish him. This is him.
His own.
Yeah, he's doing it because he feels bad and he feels like
But he's been made to feel guilty about this because of the reaction in the media, especially in England.